Hello viewers, you are tuned into Market Fatafat on ET Now. I'm Shrishti Sharma and this show is where we highlight all the counters that are buzzing as of now. They could be either on the back of the news flow or on the back of the technical front, but all the stocks that are in action in the next 30 minutes, we will highlight all these counters. But before that, let's have a look at what the markets are up to. So this is the last trading day of 2023 and it's a bit of a moderation coming in for the benchmark indices, where Nifty is trading with a cuts of almost 70 odd points, while for the bank Nifty we are trading very near to the day's lowest point, 340 points cut coming in for the benchmark indices. But given the rally that we have seen in 2023, doesn't feel like that it's much of a fall that we are witnessing, at least for today. But talking about the breadth of the market, that's actually quite even Steven, but a lot of counters that are buzzing in trade. And what a move that we have seen in all these Tata group of shares today, wherein stocks like Tata Motors and Tata Consumers, even Tata Steel, these three are the top gainers in Nifty 50. But on the flip side, on the back of the news flow that there could be some cuts related to the petrol and diesel prices, all these OMCs are definitely under pressure, and BPCL is the top loser on Nifty 50 index. Other than that, from the other FNO space, Vodafone Idea, Indus, these counters are seen to be buzzing. What a gain! 6 and 15% gain is what we have seen in both of these counters today. And other than that, IEX, Ashok Leyland, Gail are some of the counters in the FNO space that are seen to be buzzing. But on the flip side, like I highlighted, pressure mounting on the OMCs. Then HPCL is another counter which just yesterday saw a gain of around 8 to 9%, but now seem to be a bit under pressure today. That's the market picture looking like as of now. But with this, viewers, let's move forward and let's welcome on board our technical expert for today, as well as our team of researchers. Vamakshi as well as Ankita are joining us today onto the show on the research side, and Vaishali Parekh is also live with us. Very good afternoon to all three of you, and thank you so much, Vaishali, for your time. But with this, let's move forward and let me take the first stock. And the first counter in focus, the first two counters in focus rather, are the two banking majors, wherein HDFC as well as SBI are the counters that we're going to be talking about, as RBI has shifted SBI as well as HDFC Bank to higher buckets by one notch. SBI has been moved to category 3 to category 4, and HDFC Bank has been moved from category 1 to category 2. But what does it mean? That these two banks will now have to cater to the high additional CET1 ratio requirement of 20 basis points. That they have been revised the additional CET1 requirement for both of these banks by 0.8 to 0.4% respectively, from 0.6 to 0.2% earlier. This will definitely have an impact on the financials, though this applicability is quite far away from as of now, because the banks are required to get this particular CET ratio in the system from April 2025. But it could definitely mean this is indeed a negative news flow for both of these counters, and that's why we are seeing both of these stocks under pressure. Actually, HDFC Bank even today was under pressure, but seemed to be recovered, trading in the green. But SBI is trading with a cuts of 1.6%. So that was about the two banking majors. But let's move forward. And Vamakshi, coming to you, Kalpatru Projects is in focus today and the stock was up as well. Tell us, why is that so?
Well, yes, Rishti, the stock is soaring in the trading session today after the company announced an order win. In fact, they have won several orders along with its JVs and international subsidiaries. They've secured orders worth almost 3,244 odd crores. Now, keep in mind that the order that has come through for the buildings and factories business is the largest ever design and build contract for construction of a large-sized residential project in South India, and that has come through from a reputed developer. The order for design and construction of an underground metro rail project is now signifying the company's foray into electric mobility business with TBM tunneling scope. They've also received some orders in the transmission and distribution business from the overseas market. The management says that with this order, the year-to-date FY24 order inflow now stands at approximately 17,685 odd crores, and this in turn provides a robust foundation for sustained future growth. So all in all, a positive news flow playing out for Kalpatru Projects, and that is the reason why the stock is soaring away in the trading session today. As of now, the stock is up nearly 9%.
Okay, 9% gains coming in on Kalpatru Projects. But moving on, and Vaishali, all these metal counters are shining bright, and one of the counters that has been a buzzer quite of late is SAIL. Tell us how the chart's looking like as of now.
Very good afternoon to all of you, and thanks for having me. Yes, metal has been really shining since a very long time, and I would say sale, though being overbought, but well, I think it's ready for a target of 130 to 133. So we have a very positive view on all metals, and per se, sale and Nalco has been doing very well. We still see some further upside coming in.
All right then, and Ankita, tell us why the Tata counters are in focus today. What's the news flow there? Tata Consumer being one of the top Nifty 50 gainers today.
That's right, Shrishti. Tata is soaring in trade today, Tata Consumers and Tata Coffee, both of them, because Tata Coffee's proposed merger with the parent company Tata Consumer Products Limited will come into effect from the 1st of January, which is Monday. Now, simultaneously, Tata Coffee's plantation unit will be demerged and amalgamated into another Tata Group unit, which is TCPL Beverage and Foods. That's what the company said in its exchange filing. And the merger of all the businesses of Tata Coffee with Tata Consumer Products was proposed as a part of a reorganization plan, which is, in line with the company's plan for unlocking synergies and efficiencies. Now, with this scheme becoming effective from 1st of January 2024, the company will get dissolved without winding up, and accordingly, the offices of all directors and key managerial personnel of the company shall stand vacated on that day without any further course of action. And on the back of this news, Tata Coffee is up 3.5% and Tata Consumer is also up 3.5% in trade today.
Okay, moving on then, one of the other buzzers is RailTel. Vamakshi, take us through the news flow on this one.
The stock is in focus on the back of an order win. They've received an order from South Central Railway, and this is for comprehensive signaling and telecommunication works for provision of automatic block signaling system in the Yermaras Nalwar section of Guntakal division in South Central Railway. Now keep in mind that this is a big order. The order amounts to almost 121 odd crores, and that is the reason why we have RailTel in focus today. The stock as of now is surging high by almost 13%. As you can see on your screens, the stock is almost trading at the highest point of the day.
Well, yes, super surge in RailTel, but Vaishali, this counter is also on your focus list as well. Tell us what are the next level that you are tracking.
Yes, while I'm talking to you, it's already in strong momentum. So overall, all the rail stocks, whether you talk about Aircon, RailTel, RITES, these are all very good stocks, and one should continue having this in their portfolio. So RailTel, I'm looking at it now that it's getting into the new price high territory. I would still say it's a bullish view because we are looking now at the target of 350 to 380, and 300 is the support level. So having said that, one should buy at every decline. Right now it's already surged high, so I would say accumulate.
Accumulation strategy coming in for RailTel, but moving on, let's shift focus to two counters from the steel pipe sector, and two counters that are in focus are Venus Pipes as well as Ratnamani Metals, wherein DAM Capital has come out with a note on both of these names, where they say that infrastructure, oil and gas transmission as well as water supply, these three factors are expected to drive the steel pipe demand. The capital expenditure, the potential growth, tailwinds to drive the factory investments, and the global market opportunities are also available to capitalize for the strong players, and the capacities. Other than that, the backward integration, the robust balance sheet, the government support, all these factors are a recipe for the success, and two counters particularly are on their radar list. Firstly is Venus Pipe, where they have initiated a coverage on this one with a buy stance and a target price of 1810 rupees. While for Ratnamani Metals, DAM Capital has initiated a buy on this counter as well with the target price of 3950 odd rupees. On the back of this news and brokerage note, both of these stocks are buzzing. But another buzzer for today, Vaishali, is Vodafone Idea. No stopping for this particular stock. 17% surge in today's trading session. How is the volume build-up looking like, and what are the next levels that you are tracking?
It's terrific. It was a much awaited move, and today that's what we're witnessing. So I think having crossed 1550 levels, it needs to sustain. And the next target we would be looking at step by step. I would look at 17 and 20. So these are the targets that I'm looking at, and extremely robust volume, robust pickup. So yes, keep a trailing stop loss to those who have got into this stock, and look for a target of 17 to 20.
Okay, 17 rupees is the next stop, could be the next stop for Vodafone Idea. But with this, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break in this edition of Market Fatafat. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Market Fatafat on ET now, where we are highlighting all the buzzers in trade as of now. And continuing with the same, Ankita, coming to you. Tell us the news flow that's coming in on Equitas Small Finance Bank.
That's right. Equitas Small Finance Bank is in focus today, and it is on the back of the fact that the RBI has approved ICICI AMC to acquire 9.95% stake in Equitas Small Finance Bank and RBL Bank as well. But these permissions are contingent upon compliance with the relevant provisions outlined in the Banking Regulation Act 1949 and RBI's guideline issued on the 16th of January 2023. And on the back of that, we see Equitas Small Finance Bank trading with a cut of about 1.5% in trade today.
Okay, moving on, Vaishali, another metal stock that's on your radar is Vedanta, and this has been an underperformer of late, definitely on the back of the news flow there, but a much awaited move in Vedanta as well is what you foresee?
I'd say so, because that is lagging behind, and today we saw that there is some momentum picked up. So I would say that yes, one can buy with the support of 245 for a target of 275 to 280.
All right, then moving on, and Vamakshi, tell us more and help us understand that why these OMCs are under pressure today.
Well, yes, Srishti, like you rightly pointed out, a whole host of counters, including BPCL, HPCL and IOCL, are all reeling under pressure today. Keep in mind that reports are suggesting that petrol and diesel are expected to see massive price cuts soon. In fact, the price cuts could be anywhere in the range of 8 to 10%. And keep in mind, man, this is what reports are suggesting. Now, as a result, who is expected to bear the brunt? Government is still unclear. The government could bear the brunt by reducing the excise duty, or OMCs could actually bear the brunt by taking a hit on marketing margins. Now, keep in mind that current excise duty is already at pre-COVID levels, and in fact the current marketing margins are multi-fold higher as compared to pre-COVID levels. So that is a source-based information. Reports are suggesting that petrol and diesel prices could see a massive cut, and that is the reason why all of these counters are reeling under pressure today. If you look at BPCL, HPCL and IOCL, all are reeling under pressure, down nearly 3% for all of them.
Thank you so much, Vamakshi, for helping us understand. We're moving on. Let's shift focus to what Macrotech Developers is doing. As today, we have a note coming in from BNK Securities on this one, where they initiate a buy on this counter with a target price of 1155 rupees. As of now, with the volatile market, the stock is trading actually flattish in the trade right now. But what BNK is highlighting is that improving micros, building a stronger Macrotech, signing on the new deals, and the land banks give good visibility on the launch and inventory pipeline going ahead. Now, despite the high base, they expect the pre-sales to grow by 19% CAGR over FY23 and 26, and high pre-sales, strong execution will lead to lead collections growth of 20% on a year-on-year basis. Now, strong stream of cash flows to lead to further deleveraging is what they are highlighting as well. On the back of this brokerage note, Macrotech Developers is in focus. But another railway counter on your radar, Vaishali, is IRFC. Tell us more on this front. The railway stocks are really doing well. No stopping for these counters. But what's the next stop for IRFC?
So I would say yes. I think these are the stocks that is a must-have right now, the way rail stocks are doing. I would say we are heading for a target of around 110. It's just from morning, it has got into new round of momentum. So I would say yes, it should be a buy even now, because I think it is ready for a trading target of at least 110 to 115.
Okay, those are the targets for IRFC. But Ankita, tell us, why is Lemon Tree Hotels in focus today?
Well, yes, Lemon Tree Hotels is in focus today, and it is on the back of the fact that they've announced its latest signing, which is a Lemon Tree Hotel in Mussoorie in Uttarakhand. And the property shall be franchised by Lemon Tree Hospitality Hotels Limited, and it is expected to open up by FY25. And the property is likely to feature 60 well-appointed rooms, restaurants, meeting rooms, and a fitness center as well. Now, the hotel is also well connected by the roadways for both public and private transport, and that's a statement coming in from Lemon Tree Hotels. And on the back of that, we see an uptick of 0.25% coming in on the stock.
Okay, great timing for the announcement, but for the new hotel we might have to wait, because as we end this year, a lot of us are looking forward to our weekends, right guys?
Okay.
But moving on then, and let's shift focus to Gail. What Gail is doing in trade. The last time I checked, that the stock was soaring around 2 to 3% in trade. Vamakshi, tell us, why is that counter in focus?
Well, absolutely, Srishti. The stock is soaring in trade after Motilal Oswal has actually maintained a buy rating on this call, but nevertheless hiked its target price from 140 to 195 rupees per share. Now, what they have highlighted that the stock could get re-rated on the, and in fact, re-rating could be on the cards, driven by a sharp improvement in the company's return on equity and free cash flow. Earnings visibility for this counter is also higher as transmission contribution improves. Other than that, the demand environment for the company is improving. Lower capacity additions could in turn drive the petchem business around. So all in all, positive news flow for coming in for Gail. We have Motilal Oswal hiking the target price in this counter, and that is the reason why the stock is soaring away in the trading session today. As of now, the stock is holding strongly in the green with gains of around 3.5%.
Clearly defying the market trend for today, but Vaishali, this counter you're also tracking on the technical front. Tell us how is the volume built up? What are the next stops for Gail then?
There is good, I think, above average volume, and the way the stock is surging, we have our technical target resistance coming at around 170 to 175. So that would be the first target that I would be looking at, and then we could have a relook.
170 and 175, the near-term targets coming in for Gail. But Mamakshi, once again coming to you, tell us why is GE, T&D in focus today?
Well, Srishti, this counter is in focus today on the back of, no surprise, they're an order win. They've received an order on December 28th in the ordinary course of business from UK Grid Solutions Limited. This order is for supply and manufacturing of HVDC converter transformer, and the consideration for this order is around 74 million GBP. So all in all, it is a big order win coming in for GE and GE T&D, and that is the reason why the stock is soaring in trade. As of now, the stock, as you can see on your screens,
locked in an upward circuit of 5%, but shifting focus to all these auto counters then, because today is definitely towards the end of this month we get you the expectations for the December auto sales, and the first of every month, that's 1st Jan 2024, we'll be getting the data out. But as of now, what we are expecting is that this time again you need to be looking out for all these two-wheeler companies, because there we are expecting a good jump when it comes to the YOY growth. In that, TVS Motors could be an exception, where this time we are expecting that number to be close to 3 lakhs of unit for this counter. But from the passenger vehicle space as well as from the tractor division specifically, there could be a bit of a disappointment. Why so? Because we have seen a bit of a moderation trend coming in for the passenger vehicle space. M&M, Tata Motors are expected to see a decline of 2 to 5% sequentially, while for Maruti Suzuki there could be a decline of 18% month-on-month basis on the back of the plant shutdown towards the year end as well. On the tractor division, we are expecting a double-digit decline for the likes of M&M as well as Escorts, because of the deficit in the rainfall, especially in the southern India, that is expected to hit the tractor sales market. And lastly, from the commercial vehicle segment, on a month-on-month basis, if we see, then there could be a jump. And stocks like Eicher Motors, VECV, Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland are expected to do well on that particular front. But Vaishali, coming to you, and Ashok Leyland amongst the whole order pack is on your radar, and after a long time the stock is finally awake and gaining around 3% in trade today.
Precisely. So this is one of the stocks which has not really participated in all the rally that we've witnessed. So now today's opening, I mean, it witnessed a gap up opening. It's showing a lot of strength. So I would say that technically it is very well placed. So for a longer term time frame, I would say 170 now acts as a good support. One should keep accumulating because the trend is getting better. And I would say a decisive move above 183, 185 gives us a further conviction for this stock to move towards 190 to 200 levels.
Okay, with this, it's time to wrap this edition of Market Fatafat. Thank you so much, Ankita, Vaishali, as well as Vamakshi, for joining us today and highlighting all the counters that are buzzing in trade as of now. But before we wrap this edition, viewers, ET Now and ET Now Swadesh, in line with helping Indians rise with India, have partnered with Sundaram Mutual to launch Nivesh Day, a groundbreaking campaign to help viewers build their personal finance portfolios through regular and disciplined investing. Nivesh Day is being celebrated on the 5th of every month. Join ET Now and ET Now Swadesh and Sundaram Mutual to learn how you can build your financial future with a SIP in mutual funds.